How soon can you buy a house after a deed in lieu of foreclosure? Have you ever wondered how long it takes to buy a house after going through a deed in lieu of foreclosure? This is an important question for many homeowners facing financial challenges. A deed in lieu of foreclosure occurs when a homeowner voluntarily hands over their property to the lender to avoid the lengthy foreclosure process. While this might seem like a solution, it does come with some waiting periods before you can consider purchasing a new home. For those looking to secure a conventional loan after a deed in lieu of foreclosure, the waiting period is typically 4 years. This is shorter than the 7-year wait often required after a full foreclosure. However, 4 years is still a significant amount of time to consider your next steps. If you are interested in government-backed loans, the waiting periods differ. For Federal Housing Administration loans, the waiting period is 3 years from the date you transfer ownership. The same 3-year wait applies to United States Department of Agriculture loans. If you are a veteran, the Department of Veterans Affairs loans offer a shorter waiting period of just 2 years after a deed in lieu. It is also worth noting that some lenders may provide exceptions. If you can show documented extenuating circumstances, such as a serious illness, the death of a wage earner, or job loss that led to the deed in lieu, you may qualify for a mortgage sooner. Keep in mind that a deed in lieu of foreclosure can negatively affect your credit score, similar to a foreclosure. This impact can influence your eligibility for a new mortgage and the interest rates you may receive. Additionally, you may lose any equity you had in the home, as lenders are not required to compensate you for it. Another aspect to consider is the potential for deficiency judgments. If the sale proceeds do not cover your mortgage balance, lenders may pursue you for the remaining amount, adding to your financial obligations. There could also be tax implications if the forgiven debt is treated as taxable income, so consulting a tax advisor is a wise move. From a bankruptcy perspective, while a deed in lieu of foreclosure is not the same as bankruptcy, both situations involve financial hardship. If bankruptcy is part of your story, it may complicate the timeline for buying a house, as bankruptcy has its own waiting periods and credit effects. If you have gone through a deed in lieu, focus on rebuilding your credit and demonstrating financial stability. Documenting any extenuating circumstances can also improve your chances of qualifying for a mortgage sooner. In summary, after a deed in lieu of foreclosure, the waiting period to buy a house can range from 2 to 4 years, depending on the type of loan and lender policies. Understanding these timelines can help you plan your next steps in homeownership.